Michelle, happy to see you here at Money 2020. How is for you this conference?
Yeah, it's very good. It's great to get to Europe and to see Money 2020 with that lens of hearing what's happening in Asia, what's happening in Europe, what's happening in North America, all in one place.
6 years ago at Money 2020 Las Vegas was a moment that gave you the confidence to leave corporate and to start Finavator. Now you're back at Money 2020 in Amsterdam, 2026. What's different about being the person on stage now versus the person who take the decision and was in the audience and take the decision to leave?
Yeah, when I won Money 2020 RiseUp, and it was a new program, we were the second year in 2019, and I won my spot out of 500 women around the world for RiseUp specifically. And I actually got the news that same day I quit my job and started Finavator. It gave me the confidence, as well as knowing that this was going to be announced. I wanted to come in. I think I always had in the back of my mind that I wanted my own company. Both my parents were entrepreneurs, and it was that confidence I needed to kick off and go out on my own. And I think coming back this year, I've been speaking in Europe for the last 5 years. I've been a mentor to the RiseUp community, and today I just did a panel focused on the C-suite and how it is not a linear journey. It is kind of an up and down roller coaster. So it was just a great discussion of bringing other leaders to the table and talking about how they got there, so other people can realize you don't have to have it all figured out, but you do have to take risks to get there.
Canada has been one of us slower open banking stories. Even in my experience, I work a lot with Canada in the regulations, with Bank of Canada, with Fintech. I know a lot of things that's happening there. And I saw a lot of improvements. What's the most important thing you saw in transition, how it was several years ago in Canada and how it's now?
Yeah, I think Canada has definitely been behind. We've seen Europe and Asia largely go first in the sense of the future of finance. And then you see kind of the UK, Europe, and Brazil and Australia moving forward with open banking and real-time rails. And Canada's just been a lagger. And I think we're finally getting to the point where we need these to be mandated to move us forward. There's still some arbitrary dates. So I'm hoping that 2026, 2027 is our momentum towards stepping into the future of finance, because we really do need to have real-time rail, which is set to potentially go live in testing this fall, and then hopefully open banking getting started in 2027 now that there's some legislation to get us there. But innovation will drive more competition, and it will help Canadians have more access to new products, to things that are more personalized. I'm excited for Canada to step into the future of finance.
So Canada is working, we can call it like for working on personal brand or big country personal brand. And speaking about the personal brand, let's speak about your path in building personal brand, because you're present at different conferences, at different, on different stages. You share your thoughts, you share your opinions, you share your vision. And how much of your presence has been strategic for the business and how much for something else?
I would say largely it's been a journey. When you get onto your first stage, it's largely this nervous experience. But when you start realizing that you're able to help people find solutions, simplify things, and open the door to opportunity, I think for me, it has become something I'm quite passionate about, and finding how do I simplify stablecoins or digital currency or what's happening in open finance or even in fintech. Many people, there's so many different terminologies that it's hard for people to grasp what's happening. And if we could just simplify it, I think we could open the door to have more innovators to drive new products. So definitely utilizing these stages to kind of inspire those around me to get involved.
What you'll advise for fintech leaders, CEOs, startuppers to be focused on till next Money 2020?
Yeah, I think it's very important to try something difficult. Whatever makes you extremely nervous, whether that be getting on stage, whether that be doing some type of virtual presentation. For me, I can tell you, I just wrote a book. It's definitely not something I thought I would achieve. And actually this year I just finished writing my first book. It's 81,000 words on the future of finance and the 9 elements that I think are driving us there, and trying to simplify each of these 9 elements so that people can understand BaaS and prepaid, and digital currencies, open data, cybersecurity, and beyond, so that we can get these elements to build something that drives the future of finance. And I think if everyone takes a look at what can they achieve this year, what's something hard that they could try, because I think once they take a step and they get that nervous feeling, but then they achieve it, it just gives you more inspiration to kind of try that next thing. I'm not going to jump out of a plane, but I think anything that can drive opportunity for you to learn and grow is important.
Thank you very much for your insights. Happy to see you here. And we should have a very productive and very good conference here in Amsterdam.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye and stay tuned.